What that danyo, what that dang, go danyo, oh, what that dang. This is the black part.
Yabo!
AKA Kukushunum, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we'll only just do it on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. Okay.
Yabo!
Now, the very first story we are taking from the newsreel, which we always endeavor to keep real, is coming from Ghana, wherever. And it says, Bawumia commissions ultra-modern hostel facility for Kayayei. And I read, Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia has commissioned a state-of-the-art hostel facility to improve the lives of head porters, popularly known as Kayayei, in Accra, on May 21, 2024. Now, the facility aims to provide both housing and vocational training to the Kayayei, fulfilling a promise made by the government to address their pressing needs and enhance their socio-economic status. It was a great pleasure this afternoon in Accra as I commissioned a multi-purpose hostel facility for head porters, aka Kayayei, as well as a training program, the Kayayei Empowerment Program for them. Now, the commissioning of the ultra-modern residential facility and training center is in fulfillment of a promise I made to the head porters on behalf of government when I visited their hub in Agbogbloshie, Accra, to greet them. With government adding a training program to the residential facility, we have moved beyond the promise of addressing their pressing needs to also offering them transitional job pathways to enhance the socio-economic status. In fact, their socio-economic status. Now, the Vice President said in a Facebook post located in Medina and Ashaiman, the facilities are part of a broader plan to impact over 100,000 Kayayei across the country, with additional centers under construction in Kumasi and Techiman. Now, the problem we have in this country is lack of planning. All we plan for is to win elections. Apart from that, we don't plan anything. My brother, Bawumia went all the way to Agbogbloshie to make a promise to the people. And he told them, categorically clear, he made his statements that he would provide them with a residential facility, so that in his own words, if they wanted to use the toilet, they could go in there, take a shower, and also sleep in there. Now the Vice President is saying that they have gone beyond the promise. They have added training facilities in there, so they will be trained to improve upon their socio-economic statuses, right? My brother, my sister, can I ask a few questions? But before I ask those questions, let me say congratulations to the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. He is a man who is full of cosmeticism. Should I repeat that? Cosmeticism. When the sore is so festered, instead of applying medicine that will kill and heal the sore, he puts a bandage on top of it. That is what is called cosmeticism. In other words, he's dealing with symptoms and not with the root cause of the problem. Can we go deeper? Now, this facility that has been provided, may I ask, how do you qualify to be in that? Residential and training facilities built in the name of Kayayei in this country, 99% of who are coming from Wale Wale, Tamale, Bolgatanga, and their environs. I am asking you again, how do you qualify to enter the residential facility and even to get training? Has the vice president thought about that? Can I know? Or you only have to have a nodding name, and then you carry a certain kind of pan on your head. And once you go there, you tell them that you are Kayayei, and therefore they put you in one of the rooms. May I know how many people are located to a room? Now the big question here is, what does this seek to achieve? Now there are a lot of people out there on the streets in Accra who are not Kayayei, but they need accommodation badly. Do they qualify to be in this as well? Now corruption, as we have always been told about, my brother, my sister, will come into place. And the place that is meant for Kayayei, family and friends would occupy those, especially if they have air conditioners in there. Are Kayayei people going to be charged to go in there? How do they qualify to be in there? And the training facilities, what exactly are they training them on? Is it how to carry load on the head? How to balance it properly? Or vocational skills to make them to be able to grow bigger, as in maybe tailoring, maybe learning to become seamstresses, maybe even taking them through to become some other things bigger than just carrying load on the head. Again, I would like to say congratulations to the vice president. Anything they will do to win an election, they will do. It doesn't necessarily have to inure to the benefit of the people. My brother, if they have to bomb the whole nation in order to win elections, they will speedily do that. They don't care. After all, one of them said, politics is so sweet, he could even sell his own biological mother in order to engage in politics. He's waiting to go to hell, Elembele Mugabe. He will roast in hell like Satan, and Satan will sodomize him night and day for bringing such a big disgrace on his mother. My brother, my sister, it is what it is. Listen, anything they will do to win an election, they will do that. You have provided facilities of accommodation for Kayayei. How do they qualify to go in there? Is there a Kayayei Association of Ghana? A lot of the people who come from the north are those who are engaged in this Kayayei. Wouldn't it have made more sense if we built this facility in the north? Or better still, if we made plans to build another one like this for people to get some good training in the vocational training. I leave it here. Now the next thing I would like to look at, and I implore you to come along and listen to this very important thing. My brother, my sister, it is interesting. Trust me. Hey! Our nation is dwindling at a geometric rate. And I need all of us to come here. This one I'm also reading from Ghana Web, and it says, I have not asked Canada to reduce visa issuance to Ghanaians. And this is Nana Bediatuo Asante. And we all know who he is. I read, Nana Bediatuo Asante, the executive secretary to the president, has denied recent claims suggesting that he advised the Canadian embassy to reduce the issuance of visas to Ghanaians. In a statement by Bediatuo's legal team, he labeled the allegations in a viral online publication as entirely false and unfounded, urging the public to dismiss the report with the disdain it deserved. We are instructed to inform the public that the information or the publication referred to Supra is palpably false, and same should be disregarded and treated with the contempt it deserves. His statement read, The report in question alleged that Bediatuo Asante had a covert meeting with Christopher Tonley, the Canadian High Commissioner to Ghana, during which he supposedly recommended reducing visa approvals to curb the increasing exodus of young Ghanaians from the country. My brother, we continue to be dumb in this country. We continue to be brainless jerks. Better still, headless jerks, ready for the sacrifice any day. This is a government that has performed so abysmally bad. People are running out of this country. Some want to go to Australia. Some want to go to America. Some want to go to England. Some even want to go to Afghanistan. Anywhere outside Ghana and Nigeria, they are happy to go. My brother, do we think these people care about us? Anytime we run to the IMF, hoping that the loans they give to us, which I call the poisonous bait, would secure our economy. But never in time have we ever been salvaged by the loans of the IMF and the World Bank. They only made us poorer and enslaved us even the more. My brother, my sister, yet the dumb people that we are, we always run to the IMF and the World Bank, cup in hand, as if we never read anything history. It's sad. Bediatuo going to the Canadian embassy or to the Indian embassy or even to the Iranian embassy would not make a difference. They don't care. You think Canada is going to listen to Ghana? Canada will never listen to Ghana. They are thinking about their economy. And if it takes even the whole Ghana to improve their economy, they will give visas to the whole of Ghana to go to Canada and work. It won't take Bediatuo or Nana Akuffo Addo or anybody. It won't take Bediatuo Asante or Bediatuo Frafra or Bediatuo Dagomba or Bediatuo Chakopsi to stop the Canadians from issuing visas. The Canadians are not doing us a favor. The Americans are not doing us a favor when they give us visas. They first and foremost want to be sure that we are not a liability to their economy before they give us that visa. So it's not a favor. Today, when the Canadian embassy, anytime I pass by their visa issuance place, I see tens of thousands of people and I cry every day. All these people want to go to Canada. As I sit here, I have embassies calling me every now and then to tell me when my visa is going to expire. Oh, this visa is about to expire. Do you want to come and renew it? Every now and then I have embassies call me. Why? Because, my brother, we are patriotic to our nation and we have put value on ourselves. And for that matter, when we go to their country, we are not a liability to their country. In fact, we are improving the status of their nation in one way or the other. What point is Black Rasta making? You have squeezed the people of Ghana so hard. Everybody is running out of this country. Instead of finding a way to deal with the economic cancer, the cancer that you have inflicted on our economy, you are there crying that visas should not be issued. Well, he says it's false. My brother, you can't trust these politicians. When they are in opposition, they are our best friends. When they even see a goat lying on the road, they greet them. But when they get into power, the first thing they do is to change their phone numbers. Second is to employ 10 security men in front of their gates. 2 policemen follow them everywhere, even to the toilet. We know who you are, dirty politicians. Fire is burning you night and day. Satan will sodomize you all, one after the other. You dirty politicians. I leave it here. Now, this one is taken from 3 News, the most authentic source of news online. And it says, economy, we have turned the corner, but let's not be complacent. This is Nana Akuffo Addo speaking. Did you hear that? 3 News. We have turned the corner, but let's not be complacent. Nana Akuffo Addo talking. And this is written by Lord Nati. I read it. President Nana Akuffo Addo has said that the government has turned the corner relative to the economic challenges following the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. He, however, cautioned against complacency. Even though we have turned the corner, we should not be complacent. He said, while calling on government boards and chief executives of all state entities to embrace digitalization. A few seconds ago, you saw the photograph of a dwarfish traitor, Nana Akuffo Addo. He's one of the biggest problems of this nation. My brother, how many times from last year have we heard that the economy has turned the corner? How many times? Every day they tell us that the economy has turned the corner. And I want to ask myself, which of the corners? Is it Agbobloshi corner? Is it Sohutuom corner? Or is it Jamestown corner? Show me which corner the economy has turned so I can go and find it and ask it what importance it is that it has turned the corner. My brother, agroniform. People are running out of this country in their droves unprecedentedly. Pregnant women are giving birth to dead babies in hospitals on the bare floor. Dead bodies no longer are accommodated in the morgues because there is no space. People are running out of this country night and day. A lot of them are going through Lampedusa in order to enter Spain. They become food for the whales. Should I break your heart the more? Let me tell you. The other day I was reading an article on the internet, and you know what the article said? And this is going to break your heart. Please brace yourself for the storm that is coming. Do you know what this article said? It said that fishermen are beginning to increase around the island of Lampedusa. Fishes have increased in their droves. Fishes that have never ever been caught, and new species that have not been seen for the past 25 years are beginning to accumulate around the island of Lampedusa. And you know what the research said? It said that it's because there is more food for the fish around Lampedusa in the last few years, more than there has ever been. So botanists decided to find out exactly if some water plants have all of a sudden come out, or some kind of fish food, and they realized that no. Immigrants from Africa who desperately want to escape the bad leadership and poverty of Africa, using Lampedusa, every day at least 50 people die on their way to Lampedusa. And the fish seem to enjoy human flesh and bones. So all the fishes in Spain are now running to Lampedusa Because black people are making their way into Spain and other places using the island of Lampedusa through Morocco and the rest of them. It's sad. So the fishes that are coming to your cold stores, anytime you eat them, remember that you are eating the flesh of your family members who told you they were going to Spain and never returned. Anytime you eat fish coming from those areas into your cold stores, remember that you are eating the flesh of your own family members. I leave it here.
Yabo!
Oh, Yaopi! It's sad. And when I look at some of these things, my heart is broken. I'm going to take a last one and I'll be done. Bawumia's running mate is from Manshia, and this is Collins Adumanko Mensa Hinting. My brother, and this is coming from Ghana Web. Collins Adumanko Mensa, Member of Parliament for Efija Kwabre North Constituency, has hinted that the MPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has settled on Matthew Opoku Prempeh as his running mate.
Yabo!
Matthew Opoku Prempeh is the running mate for Bawumia. Thank God they are back in opposition. Matthew Opoku who? Napo. Jesus have mercy. A terrible anti-Nkrumahis. A man who doesn't speak the truth. An arrogant man like that has joined a comedian to rule who? Jesus have mercy. I leave it.